Alright, fuckers and fuckets. I know I've shown you all how to change a chain before. It's always been on Hondas, Kawasaki, Suzuki's, but somebody pointed out to me that some kid with one of these little Chinese things, which as much as I hate supporting China, these things do exist, probably out there wondering, well, how in the hell do you put a chain back on one of these little Chinese motherfuckers? Well, what we're going to show you. This is a Kazuma 90. Well, it used to be a 90. It's 110 now. This bolt right here. Let me make sure that shit can be seen. Bolt right here is your adjuster. Pop that bitch. Now, I got these two right here I got to pop. Don't you know it, we're fucking 14 millimeters all the way on the other side of the shop. Damn right, it's the damn 14 that I need. Fuck. Shit. Damn. Let me throw another couple of more cuss words in there. Let me grab my 14 real quick. This ought to approximate what the average 12-year-old kid would have. Pop that one. Shit. That one needed safe. Yeah. Pop this one. Okay. Leave those two wrenches out. Where'd that big wrench go? Damn it. No, for real, where'd that big wrench go, kid? And yeah, no 12-year-old kid's gonna have ratchet wrenches unless he's got a good dad, or she's got a good dad. But there is a little bit different technique to doing these. I mean, you got two little adjusters down there. I mean, it's probably the same as many of these four-wheelers, but I try not to work on four-wheelers if I can help it. Try not to work on anything Chinese, but hey, that's good right there. Okay, so I'm going to hit my chain breaker right here and take this one out. It's a chain breaker, you get them in Napa, they're about 20 bucks. And these little Chinese motherfuckers, just go on ahead and buy you a chain breaker. Or get used to paying somebody like me $30 to change your damn chain, because I'm going to charge you for a full 15 minutes to change your chain. I know you think I'm kidding, but I'm not. If it's Chinese and it comes in here and you ain't a friend or a fine-ass little female ready to fuck, you paying full rate, because I don't like anything Chinese. This dude that owns this happens to be a friend, and that's why that's the only reason that this Chinese thing is in here. I work on jet bikes and Russian and Italian. I'll even work on American bikes as long as they say Victory or Indian or anything but Harley Davidson. Shop rates are $135 an hour. But, you know, I mean, hey, fuck it, most of the time, I don't even give a shit. Somebody comes in, buys me a soda, hell, I'm liable to fix their whole fucking bike. Ow. I love that chain breaker. That shit works good. I don't know why they call it a breaker, because well, I guess you're breaking it apart, but you're not really breaking the chain itself. I pushed that one through. Went through the outside one, but didn't go through the inside one. Same deal on the other one. Damn it, I hate when that happens. Didn't drive it. This pin on this chain breaker of mine is so fucking worn, it doesn't drive it all the way through. I've got a regular chain vise, but who the hell wants to set that thing up? There we go, that drove it through. Well, let's get the other one drove through. Yeah, it's time for the 2 pliers method. One second. That motherfucker's in there tight. Try this again. I think this is going to be one of those where I have to drive it through on the chain bus. Come on. Yeah, damn it. It's what? 420? I'm in the middle of redoing a chain here and shooting a video at the same time, and it's alright. Yeah, these are supposed to slide apart if you got good chain. Guess Dennis must have picked up some cheap ass shit. I mean, yeah, I've had him fight me this bad before, but it's always been when he buys that fucking cheap chain. Back together before I take the other one out. And we'll finish this part of the chain device because I got to get that punch thing in there. Okay, pushed it through a little bit on the chain vise, which normally if you buy good chain you don't have to do that. This shit, I just saw the invoice up there on the bench. It's $24 for the whole box of damn chain. So that tells me it's some cheap ass fucking Chinese shit. Actually, I don't think Dennis bought this. I think it's my Mexican buddy that owns this. This is for his kids. I ain't even charging him for doing this little four-wheeler, but I think he's the one that bought this chain. I don't think Dennis did. Where the fuck's my big screwdriver? I gotta flip it away. Make sure it's back in the vise. That motherfucker's out of it. Two lessons are being learned here. Good chain's a lot easier to work with than this cheap ass shit. Alright, up around the front sprocket here, I've already got my little cover off. That's the cover that goes right here on the engine. I've already got that shit off. So up around the sprocket, and don't forget to put that cover back on when you're done. It ain't but 2 bolts, don't be too lazy. Well, unless you're a Democratic Party member, then we don't expect anything from you. We just expect you to be lazy. That's all them Democratic Party members is a bunch of lazy fucking idiots. They go, what was that I was reading last night? They were talking about economic justice. Well, it's not Wall Street that's your problem. Your attitude is your problem. Real economic justice means you work for it, you earn it, you get it. That's real economic justice. Doesn't mean somebody on Wall Street gives it to you. Because the American dream is not do well and get punished for it by having to pay for a bunch of welfare scum living off the fat of your tax dollars. No. The American dream is to do well and be rewarded for it by being able to spend the money that you've earned on what you want. I don't know why them Democratic Party members are so stupid they can't figure that out. They want a government that's so damn big that everybody will be living off of it. You know what? I've been looking at that welfare shit, and I don't think that we should measure the success of a welfare program by how many people are on it. I think the success of a welfare program should be how many people got off it. Because if they ain't on it, that means that they're working. That means that your welfare shit was successful. If they are on it, and they're not getting off of it, that means you're doing something fucking wrong. You're giving that shit to them for free and they're getting used to it. Alright, now, master link is in. You want these, you're supposed to leave them an inch and a half of play. I usually leave them a little tight. I'll give them maybe an inch. Anyway, tighten your bolt down here. Well, I can finger tight that for a while. Put your finger on your chain. I hope y'all can see this. I got my finger on my chain. I'm keeping it tight. I'm tightening this just slightly. too tight. And we'll take half of that back. Now, so you know how to set up your chain. That right there is proper play for these. I got a little bit over an inch, not quite an inch and a half. That's all they're supposed to have. And that's going to rub on that top. It's got a rub rail. I am going to take just a cunt hair more out of it. Red-headed cunt hair, strawberry blonde. You don't want to do no brunette cunt hair, that'd be too fat. That's better. Then you come down here, set your stop nut. Forget a torque wrench. Give that bitch a good crank. Don't tighten it down like no damn spark plug. Get the bitch tight. Now, make sure that these two are relatively positioned the same, which they are. If they're not, just straighten your frame. What I do a lot of times is if I've got good tires, which I don't this time, I will make sure the tires are both aired to the same pressure. I'll just stick a level up on top of my frame up here and level it out that way, but I don't have to do that this time. There we go. There we go. Alright. Yeah. That's good. Get this bitch tight. Now when you tip this bitch back down, bleed out your brakes, or at bare minimum pump them a few times. Make sure they're working before you go riding away on the sumbitch. Yeah. Good enough. Boom. By the way, that's your brake master. Okay, so the shiny 14 goes back on my rack here. And the other 14 goes hanging back up. Now that's it. That's all you got to do. Put that little cover on right there, tip the bitch down, put gas in her, you ready to go. I'm going to put that cover on in just a minute. Put that cover on right away. Alright, we'll holler at y'all fuckers and fuckheads later, because I got to run uptown and get some goddamn bolts for this sumbitch, because the cover bolts look like shit and I ain't going to reuse them. I'm going to put in new ones. Holler at y'all fuckers and fuckheads later.